Okay. Oh, good morning, Vietnam. Hello, you bunch of beautiful freaking apes. It is your boy Trey from Trey's Trades coming back again here for another freaking lunch break live stream, baby. We've got AMC here rocking on the day. It is down, obviously, about 10%. Now, some of you might be a little bit worried. You might be thinking to yourself, dang, holy Toledo, Bob Saget, is this something I should be scared of? And my simple answer to you is not really, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So I want to show you something here really quick. I actually, in my video yesterday, talked about the potential of this dropping down to 43 bucks. So I was off by a little bit. It ended up dropping about $3 lower than that for a very brief moment in time, right? It had a little bit of a false breakdown underneath that $40 mark here down at $39.71. It got a beautiful bounce back up. But nonetheless, in yesterday's video, I said, guys, don't be surprised since we ended up breaking a small amount for the downside. If you end up seeing this test down at that $43 range, and it's in this video right here. Hedge funds are drowning, and here's why. Now, at the beginning of the video, I say, hey, look, $43 is possible, and here's my reasoning why, right? You look at this in the grand scheme of things, you can see that it had a breakdown underneath this ascending level of support, which means that it could end up testing another prior level of support here, which has a couple different touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see this wick right here shows the weakness, that shooting star candle indicating that it was a bit of a false breakdown, a little bit of a bear trap, right? So that's a good thing to see. Honestly, I consider that a false breakdown underneath a critical level of support, and I call it very critical because if we had broken down underneath that $43 level of support on an hourly candle, the next level is down at 32 bucks, and I'm not going to bullshit anybody, right? If it broke down underneath that $43 mark, it very well could have gotten down to that $32 range, which would have been, a little bit painful. That's a tough thing to see. So I'm very happy that we got that bounce back up here so far. It's obviously got to fall through, but it's looking pretty solid. I mean, we're rocking an ascending level of support as it sits right now. Obviously, there's some crazy price action for the downside. And I'll tell you this right now, right? I tweeted this out. I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to read it out anyways, just by the off chance you guys didn't see it. It's a really valid point in my opinion, and it's this, right? There's not a chance apes are selling the day after finding out these two things. Shares returned or shorts covering is being skewed and Ortex uncovered it, and apes own the float. You know what that means, and you know what it is. Simple as it gets, right? There's no possible way with that sort of bullish information that you're going to have a downside rip like that because people are selling, right? So that's kind of what you got rocking up right now. I want to show you guys Stonko Track. We're going to pull this up and see how many shares there are currently available to borrow, and you've got about 1.6 million. So this number hasn't changed a whole lot today. This could just simply be the fact that there are a lot of lenders out there who have stock available. In fact, this number could be skewed a little bit in terms of maybe some shorts are borrowing shares, but you just have more lenders that are giving shares out to borrow as well. So you're just not seeing a whole lot happen, right? But there is some ammunition taking place here. There's obvious selling pressure that's coming from the side who is fighting against us, the us versus the them, right? I'm 1,000,000% believe that you've got some heavy shorting taking place. Hopefully the quality of this is looking pretty good for you guys. Hopefully it's not lagging too bad. Looks like the internet is treating us pretty decent here today. So you guys let me know if this quality is treating you okay. But that's kind of what we got rocking up right now. So false breakdown underneath that $40 mark for a 1 minute candle, $39.71, riding an ascending level of support as it is right now. Waiting to get that next break over the psychological level of resistance as long as we hold that $44 mark, which is sitting at about 45 bucks. So that's what I'm watching for. Watching for that next, round even Steven $5 mark at $45, which you can see lines up pretty dang well with this double top setup, this M, which is typically a bearish indicator, right? That double top setup and a break underneath that neckline. So now we want this inverse head and shoulders pattern to come to fruition. If you don't know what a head and shoulders pattern is, an inverse is the exact opposite of that, right? So an inverse is you got a head right here, which dips down below the other two shoulders. Shoulder, shoulder. This is the neckline holding them up. And this is the neckline right here, which you get a break over with a violent move. So that's what we're waiting on. Break over that $45 neckline on this inverse head and shoulders that's forming up right here. Look, we're sitting just fine, my friends. I'm not stressing in the least bit. I'm just sitting at work, chilling, drinking some freaking water, trying to stay hydrated, take care of the ticker, as you guys know. But nonetheless, hodl on, my friends. If you were bullish on AMC stock, there's more to come. You gotta weather these storms. The storms will come. We're not gonna rip all the time, right? Psychological warfare. Simple as it gets. That's what I've got for this little intro right here. And now we can just freaking chat and ask any questions that you guys have regarding what's popping. You know what it is. I don't think it's lagging. It's not lagging on my end. It looks pretty good. It looks very good on my end. You guys let me know. Is there really a high possibility our orders are being delayed by 10 plus days? I can't speak on whether or not it's 10 plus days. I think that's speculation. Where is that coming from? Where do people think that it's 10 plus days? I mean, I do think there could be the possibility of orders getting delayed, but I just don't know by how much. It's not fair for me to speculate and give it out as fact when it's an opinion. Not lagging. I saw a small one right there for a second. Do you think it may be a bad idea to keep tagging the SEC? Our attendees can get held up in litigation, which would allow the hedgies to negotiate prices. We could beat the hedgies at their own game. May be a bad idea to keep tagging the SEC. So the SEC, we can tag them all we want, but this is the truth. If they're investigating AMC stock and the whole short squeeze saga that's taking place in the stock market right now, the retail investor, I think they're already pretty aware of what's going on. I mean, these guys have to be getting tagged every single day, thousands of times. But all the apes out there who are pissed off about what's happening with AMC stock, GameStop, the whole market. I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to, right? So I think they're painfully aware, and I think that's why you see Gary Gensler stepping up, trying to make things different, trying to change that T2 system, which is the settlement time, to a T0 or a T evening, right? I heard Kevin say this, it made me laugh. He said T evening, not like drinking tea at night. It's kind of a dad joke, but I've got a dumb sense of humor anyways. Nonetheless, though, I do think they're paying attention, and whether or not they take action on it, I don't think it's something we can control. I see the lag already happening, guys. I'm gonna lower the bit rate here on 4. So let me just tell you this right now. I'm gonna be out of this place on Saturday. I'm not dealing with this for a prolonged period of time. So I recognize it. I'll fix that real quick. You guys let me know if that's any better. Anywho, that's what you got rocking up. All right. His secret is herbal essence. Absolutely, man. You know what it is. Big herbal essence guy. Big herbal essence. Lou said it. He's been right on some stuff. He's been wrong on some stuff. I'll let him do him. Hey, I love you too, Mootube. Good now? Rock on. Nice chest hair. I've got 6 of them, man. 6 of them. Took me almost 24 years. I turned 24 on the 21st, so 11 days from now. Oh, no up arrow. What am I doing? You guys are absolutely right. Absolutely disgusting. What am I doing? I failed everybody. I didn't draw the infamous up arrow, but don't worry. We've got it cooking up now. Up arrow on the chart. Technical analysis to a T. I'm telling you, it took me years of freaking training, mastering the art of drawing arrows, and we were hooking this arrow brings us up over this neckline at $45. Don't be surprised if it takes a couple tests to get that break over $45. In fact, you've got kind of the 3 test trend right here. 1, 2, 3. Typically, it takes 3 times to break a signified level of resistance. So it might end up rejecting on this 3rd try, and then the 4th try is typically when it breaks, just based on the trend that has taken place on AMC for the last 6 months. So that's kind of what you got rocking up. Vin says, remember your why, Trey. I'll never forget, man. I'm never going to forget my old man. I promise you, simple as it gets, right? I am a guy who is driven by people. I'm an extroverted man. Like I take pride not in all that I'm looking for is enough money for me to get by and take care of my family for the future. What I take pride in is helping other people. Back when I was in college, I ran cross country, and I was kind of like the captain for the last 2 years of cross country track, indoor track, outdoor track. And the thing that I got the most joy out of was kind of mentoring people into being a better runner, to pass along tips, the tricks, the things that I learned that didn't work, that did work. Like that's ultimately what makes me happy. So I'm not going anywhere. My why is my old man, to make my fucking dad proud, and it's to genuinely be here and spread good wealth of information. That's all that I can ask for. It genuinely is. Lamp is the only lamp. Piss on that lamp. The Hydra. Holy Toledo. Matt Coors on Fox at 2 today. I know it. He'll be on at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. 1 p.m. Unfortunately, I already be back at work. Is that Jordan? Dude, what's up? Oh, I went to school with that guy. I went to college with Jordan. Would Tim Miles hold or sell right now, Trey? Feeling like he'd go the distance. You're absolutely correct, JT. Dude, what were the odds? Drop some freaking grooves in the chat for JT. I haven't seen that man in a minute. It's good odds that I saw that, man. I miss you, brother. Hope you're doing well. JT was a freaking stud. Built like a goddamn gorilla. Built like a stick. That man's built like a gorilla. I tagged you in my tweet for some ape motivation. Worth a look-see. Hodl. Let me check her out. Let's see what we got cooking up. This week we reloaded. This dip is the cocking of the rifle. What's next will be disgustingly loud. Got an ape right here. Beautiful. Kong! Kong, baby. Tom Nash, Trey, I emailed you about an interview. Which, did you send it to my Trades Trey email? Let me check it out quick. Good to see you, by the way, man. Thanks for hopping back in. So looking for that break over that $45 level of resistance, the neckline on the inverse head and shoulders pattern as it sits right now. Let me know, Tom, which email did you send that to? I'll make sure that I check that out. Kong! Oh, man. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't bang my chest. I shouldn't do it. I'm sorry. It's just a habit. It's a habit. Oh, man. What happens when 100% of shares are owned and shareholders just simply hold? What you'd basically be banking on is that the shares outstanding and the shares that are circulating that shouldn't exist get cracked down on. So if that ends up happening, they have to buy those shares back. They have to get them out the market. They have to be destroyed, right? And if that happens, that means they got to pay you, because odds are that the shares that shouldn't exist are being held by the little guy, the retail investor. Simple as it is, right? So you'd get paid. You would absolutely get paid if they crack down on that stuff. I can already see this starting to do some more BS. God, I'm sick of this premium 64-bit quality. This is beautiful. Oh, man. Tom, let me know which email you sent that to, and I'll check it out. Coming up close to that $45 level of resistance here, down 9% on the day, but getting a nice bounce off that $39 level of false breakdown. God, that arrow is damn scary. Woo! That arrow is doing some good work. That arrow is doing the dirty deed. Look at that, $45.32. Already coming back up to that volume weighted average price. This gold trend line right here. My friends, my family, that's not looking too bad. Is this still lagging pretty bad? Why you gotta do me like that? My VPN is up, so it shouldn't be that. Check the options chain. Yeah, we can look at that really quick. So options for this week, you've got a pretty decent chunk at about $50. Another good chunk at $55. Another good chunk at $60. So if you get a close over $60 somehow tomorrow, that would be pretty bullish. I mean, that would be obviously a dream come true. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, dude. Button up, Trey, your chest. No, I refuse. This is all that I have to work with. I waited almost 24 years for these 10 chest hairs. I like to work with what I got. I'm built like a stick. I got to take advantage of those 10 chest hairs, man. No lag, awesome. Sick. Love you, Trey and Lamp, of course. Lamp does the real work here. This isn't Lamp. This is an imposter. I call her Hydra, not our mistress. But, we got it covered up. I threw the shark shorts and the Van Gogh shorts on there, the naked shorts, so that you guys don't have to look at the filth. Talk about the 1,500 price. So I've seen that circulating around, and I obviously can't speak on the fact that that is actually legitimate. It's speculation. We can speculate that it's $1,500, but for me to come out here and give you absolute fact saying that, hey, the share price is actually $1,500 when I haven't seen the metrics that are measuring that, that's doing people injustice. I'd much rather err on the side of caution and say, I think that the synthetic, stock price that we see right now, the suppressed stock price, it should be higher, right? I 100% will say that with confidence. But for me to say, $1,500 is what it's actually supposed to be trading at, I just don't know. I can't tell you that for sure because I don't know what that's being measured off of. I don't know how many shares they're measuring that off of. I don't know, I've seen, it just is what it is, right? I do think, though, that there are more shares circulating, and we've got over that math. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. You look at the math on it, even if you take the worst case scenario, 492 million shares at 120 share average for 4.1 million investors, right? That comes out to, you've got 10 million shares left of the shares outstanding. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense at all. You can't, the math does not compute. The limit does not exist. So regardless, I do think that the share price is being suppressed in a pretty nasty way. So you can see here that it's really trying to get that hold over $45, sitting at $44.94 right now. But if it gets back up over $45 with a wide range freaking boom candle to get over that volume weighted average price, that should bring us some momentum and some more volume to follow through here on the day. Down about 9% as it is right now. We were green on the day initially, but you can see that there was quite a few stocks that took a hit. GameStop also took a pretty heavy beatdown and now starting to get a recovery. So that's not a coincidence. Clove Also took a big beat down, not quite getting the recovery side of things, but shorted to freaking oblivion as well. Maybe some profit takers, maybe some people selling, but I think AMC, not a chance. Like, I just do not believe for a second, based on the psychology of the information that we know right now, that people would sell 24 hours after the information that was given to us. It's just not, that just does not make sense in the least bit. So I think you saw some pretty heavy algorithm trading today. I think you might have saw, 5%, 3%, 2%, whatever it is. Some of those scalpers, day traders, swingers that are getting out of their positions, they got scared, they had paper hands, whatever it may be, right? But I think the majority of this really is the big firms. I really do. All right, so good to see you happy and health, Trey. Please take care of yourself. I appreciate that, man. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I am straight up chilling. I didn't touch Clove. I see Brandon asking about Clove. Clove to me seemed like it was too good to be true. If you were able to make money on that way up, congratulations. There's nothing wrong with that. Make money on the way up. But I don't know. I spent 6 months researching AMC stock. I'm not going to cheat on my girl over something that looks good for 2 days. You're going to have to do better than that for me. So if you made money on it, you had extra cash laying around that wasn't, you didn't pull from other stocks to get into this, congratulations if you made cash. That's ultimately what the stock market's about, is making money. So if you made money, cool beans, man. Good for you. But this didn't pique my interest. I didn't want anything to do with it. Yeah, Jason. Jason said Clove equals Rocket Mortgage. Jason, it's so funny. It's so funny that you say that. It's hilarious that you say that, because I will always be transparent. I'll come out straight up and say, look, I made a mistake. Back in, I think it would have been January or February, one of those 2 periods of time, I made the mistake of getting on Rocket Mortgage and got absolutely smoked on it. And I will never make that mistake twice. If it looks too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. If nobody's been talking about it until the day before it runs, probably too good to be true. I already made that mistake once. I'm good. I'm chilling. We ain't selling. Yes, sir, Jerry. Yo, baby, check out this fire ape art from Clarence Maluda. Sent DM. You have to give me the handle. Can we buy the ETF to keep hedges from using them? Buy the ETF. You could if you wanted, but I think it's better to actually just directly buy AMC stock. That's just my opinion, but you do what you want to do. Love your energy. What's your secret? I'm just passionate, man. It keeps lagged. Frustrating. All right, we'll drop this down a little more. This happens when more people get in the stream. I think that the bandwidth here just can't handle the sauce. It can't handle the sauce. It's frustrating. Is that Ortex on my display? Yes, I do use Ortex. Ortex is my go-to for short interest data. I know. It's that premium streaming service. Let's see what I can do. All right. I think that should make it better. Hey, Trey, I'm a little concerned the suits are continuing to double down so that it becomes too big to pay out come moon time. Any thoughts? I think these suits really are playing with fire, man. I've said it before, I'll say it again. They're pissing on the electric fence, and eventually the apes are going to turn that fucker on. That's as simple as it gets. Like, they want to keep playing. They want to keep shorting this stock, even with the amount of risk that's on the table here. Eventually, they're gonna lose. I really don't see any way that they can get out of this at this point. I mean, the strength. Look at this. Even when they're shorting the stock and they're trying to freaking keep this thing suppressed, it just keeps bouncing. I mean, you would have seen this. To me is a picture perfect idea, and I don't mean this in any negative way. I mean, if you made money on this, that's awesome, but this is what a pump and dump looks like. AMC would have done this if it was a dead cat, right? Maybe Clove will make a comeback, but 8-9 times out of 10 with this sort of setup, it's going to take a couple days to a couple weeks to get this sort of momentum again. Look at the strength of AMC in comparison. I mean, this is as simple as it is. It's really strong. Even on red days, it's not dropping that much. It shows you how many people are holding this. Look at this two lows, high close candlestick pattern. That's looking pretty bullish. I like that. I like it. Thoughts on the dark pool? So I commented on that earlier. If you want to rewind the stream, you can catch that piece of it. Even this electric fence, I just like it. All right. Trey has a potty mouth today. I haven't been stressing so much over the monetization stuff. I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to swear every other word, but I think if it's a sentence enhancer at a given moment in time, then so be it. All right. Is there any good estimate on when a margin call might happen or when the hedges might start covering? I can't speak specifically on when they will happen, but I will tell you that they are going to happen. And for me, all the evidence that you need is in the margin debt that's currently floating around in the U.S. stock market. Back in the dot-com bubble, there was about $300 billion of margin debt. Back in the '08 crash, there was about $400 billion. Right now, you've got $800 billion of margin debt. That's substantial. So if and when, and I think it's mostly when, this margin call happens, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to really, really hurt some big hedge funds. So I think it's just a matter of time. You want to check it out? It's this tweet right here, right? You check that out and it'll walk you through that whole process. Trey Rex. Oh, Duck Raid. Look at this. Matt sent us. I was wondering what the heck was going on. I was like, holy Toledo. Look at that. Turn that fence on, baby. Duck Gang. Welcome. Good to have you guys. Ryan, appreciate that. Coors Raid. Matt Coors. I'm a big fan of Coors Light. I don't mind it. As far as light beers go, that's usually my, I'd say I like Bud Light more, but they're both decent. They're both all right. They're both decent. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. No stock back. Turn that imposter lamp off with, what the hell, Trey? Oh, I can't get up. Oh. You know what? You guys are going to laugh at me because of what I'm wearing, but I'm going to be really quick. I'm going to go turn that off. I don't want to see it in the chat. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. There we go. Hey, Trey, thank you for dedication and positive vibes. I've been here since February and own 5 digits worth of... Woo! Well, Pat Fitz. Hell yeah, dude. I have 40 of the $28 call options expiring June 18th. Would you take profits or ride them out? I think there's more to come on this personally, but what you could do is take profits on some to mitigate your risk and then leave the rest for if it ends up continuing its run. Man, the Ducks are going nuts. Look at this. Duck Gang. I love it. I love it. Can you come join us one evening in one of our ape chat spaces on Twitter? I'd be down for it. To be honest with you, I've seen them happen before. And what happens is I get up at like 4 a.m. I do my morning video / live stream. I go to work. I do the lunch stream. I go back to work. I get back. I make a video. And at that point, I've been working for like 12 to 14 hours for the whole day. And I just kind of want to chill out. I do that like 6 or 7 days a week, which is, it's a decent amount. So I just try to get some sleep. But I'll hop on one of them for sure. I really will. I'll try my best. Possibility of 60 by tomorrow and 145 by 25 June. Thoughts? I am not going to give any sort of price targets or dates. I think it's a dangerous thing to do. I think what you need to do is just pay attention to trend and what the trend tells us right now. Just based on what I'm seeing, I'm not expecting any huge, dumb, explosive move based on the setup. We're just not at a technical breakout point yet, right? I think you could see a retest of $50. I think you're going to see a retest of this descending level of resistance, but we're not quite in a spot yet where I'm going to be talking about a retest of 77. We need to get out of this downtrend first and out of this huge monumental consolidation phase, right? After that, you could be seeing a pretty decent push. I'm getting a call from the doctor. Hold on real quick, guys. Sorry about that, guys. It was the doctor just calling in to remind me that I've got a consultation about my minor surgery coming up on June 30th. But that's all good to go. We're taken care of. Fernando, appreciate that. The doctor is code for Matt. Obviously. I thought that was a given. Matt is definitely Doc Ock, baby. Doc Ock. Duck. What should we call him? Duck? What is Duck Gang? It's Matt Coors, man. Matt Coors. I can't just simply quit my job. I wish it was that. It's not that simple, my friends. It really isn't. What I will tell you is based on the stuff that's happening today, or at least, this moment in time with all my heart stuff, I will be out of that career in a pretty, I can't say when, but it's happening for sure. Fernando, I appreciate that. Can you explain? Matt could not say if George W. was George Washington or George Bush. Best regards, Sammy Grittner of Sweden. It's a George W. Bush. That's not Washington, no. George W. I don't know. I came up with that back in, I think, like January. I just thought it sounded cool and it's a good way to describe what a double bottom looks like, which is essentially just a big W, right? So you've got kind of a demented sloth looking one right here, but this is a George W. setup, double bottom. Typically, a break over a neckline of a George W. setup will bring you a nice bullish move if you get the break over it. But so, like, what you see right now is kind of a double confirmation, triple confirmation, I would actually say, over this huge reversal, right? So you've got an inverse head and shoulders pattern, you got a George W. setup, you've got this neckline, and you've got the fourth test trend about to play out here. So if it gets a fourth test at that $45 level of resistance and it breaks it, you're looking at a pretty huge push. I mean, I think it can make a pretty solid move up to 43, 44, 40, or not 43, 48, 49, 50 bucks or so. It'd be looking pretty good. I know the camera is blurry. I apologize. The freaking bit rate that I have to use right now is frustrating, but I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Remember, we're the ones on the right side of history. Keep it up, brother. Absolutely. Bull flag, fall, wedge on daily chart. I look at the bigger picture. That's the way, Dodge. This is the way. This is the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For a second, looking at thumbnail, looked like Trey was trying to look like, ooh. Hyaku Pasento. Yes, sir. Friend asked me today. Got to come back up. Why can't the short be covered with a single share over and over, i.e. two hedges trading the share back and forth to cover? That's algorithmic trading. That's short laddering. So that does happen. I 150% believe that it does, right? But you can't get out of an entire short position that way because you still take those huge losses that you would have had if you had an established short position. And the facts of the matter are, if you look at the Ortex data, it tells you that the average amount of time that a loan is being held on AMC stock is very high. It's like 57, 55 days or something like that. So let's just check this out, right? Letting this load. Show advanced. So the on loan average days, check this out. It's huge. It's 54 days. So the average loan has been held for 54 days. So most of these short positions are likely pretty deep in the red. Can you please check out a link on Twitter from T. Dage Ford? I've been trying to get your opinion for so long, but had tech issue after tech issue. I can look at that really fast. One sec. I'll check that out after I get off work, my friend. I appreciate you sending that. I won't say anything right now. Woot woot. SEC, do your job on social media. We've tweeted that a couple times. I think they're on the ball. Well, not the fact that they're actually doing something, but I think they're at least watching it and trying to figure out some sort of game plan. Guys, do me a small favor. We've got freaking Hydra back here holding down the crib while I figure out the hell I'm gonna do for a place to live. Just drop a like on the live stream. I don't even care if you subscribe to me. You don't gotta. You can just freaking do whatever you want to do. Just drop a like on this live stream. That's all I ask. I'm gonna ask one time, and we're cooking with Crisco. Trey speaks so loud, the hedges are in the next room listening in, hot like a glass against the wall. I'm just excited, dude. I've got a lot to say. Thank you, man. Stop hitting your chest. All right. I will. Are those shorts on the lamp going to go up in flames? Those lamps get hot. Thanks for all you do. I turned them off. The shorts should be fine. Should be fine. Can you tune them? Could AMC be delisted? I mean, I don't really think so. They'd have to be doing something pretty goofy for that to happen. Did Adam reply to my text this morning? Not yet. I haven't gotten anything yet. Still waiting. Let me look. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Dang, Pat, appreciate that. Love you, Trey. I love you more, David. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ask the next hotel for the penthouse. Gorilla push. We're just waiting on that break over that $45 level of resistance. If you get a clean break over 45 bucks, you'd be looking at a nice move. Matt is going on Fox. Yes, sir. He's going on at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, which would be the same as 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to check that out. I am scrolling down to the bottom of these super chats. I apologize for anybody that I missed. I just want to stay up to date with the most relevant and recent people who have dropped stuff. I do appreciate that. I apologize if I didn't get back to your question. Thanks for the answer. No problem. The Smolder Boulder? Oh, here we go. We'll hit you with it. Hit you with that Smolder Boulder. I'm playing. All right, so you're looking for, it's got a little bit of a break above this, or below this ascending level of support. Looking at the level 2 is pretty barren. I think what this honestly is some algorithmic trading. See the size? See how the size is almost identical across the bid and the ask? To me, that's some people scalping stocks back on the big firm floors. So I think that's ultimately what you're watching happen right now. It very well could get a retest of that $45 level of resistance. That's what you're ultimately watching for, is a break over $45 to get us back into those high 40s, low 50s. The Smolder Boulder. What's the difference between bear flag and an ascending level of support? So a bear flag is the inverse of a bull flag, right? So let me just show you this really quick as an example. This is a bull flag. So a bull flag is an extended run of green candles followed by a squeeze down in compression and price action. On the flip side, you have a bear flag, which is a breakdown this way, followed by consolidation like this, and a break for the downside. Typically a bull flag, you break for the upside. Typically a bear flag, you break for the downside. So that's what you've got, as compared to that situation. A level of support, ascending level of support, is as simple as you're looking for different touch points. You're connecting dots. 1, 2, 3 touch points here. You can see that we had that, right? So that's a respected level of support. You got to break underneath that ascending level of support. So now you're waiting for the new trend to be established. Freaking live stream. Hold on. I see it happening. I know it's blurry. This is what I got to do until I get to a different place. All right. Matt Coors sent us all here. Yes, sir. V-neck on fleek. Got to get those button-ups rocking, man. Love you, brother. Let's do some hedge trimming. That's the plan. Absolutely. All right, guys. All right. Based on the updated info we have, what can we assume AMC could get to realistically? I still think it's got a lot of room to run. I'm not going to give you guys any sort of price targets because that's not my, that's not my place. Right? You guys determine when you want to buy and when you want to sell it. I'm always going to say that. Lag, bring back Pixel Trey. The 64-bit. The 64-bit. Yes, sir. Too many people on. That is what it is. For sure. But that's all right. Is it true they're making duck ape hybrids in Area 51? Duck gang. Obviously. I don't see what else they'd be doing over there. I don't see what else they'd be doing. 10K people just came in the stream. That's why it's slow. Yeah, no, it is what it is. I'm going to get to a place where I've got better internet than here. Honestly, I think I'm going to get an Airbnb. I think that's my game plan for now. But we'll see what happens. Stream Matt. So I'm actually going to be gone by the time Matt gets on. But if you want to check it out, it is on Fox Business. He will be going on Fox Business News. You just got to pick up that live stream piece and you'll be able to catch him. But I'm very excited, man. I'm going to watch him when I'm at work. 100%. Hyakuman Placento. I'm on my lunch break, my friends. Trey, we love you, bro. Thank you for all the help. You took me from 500 to 10K in my portfolio. All the apes wish you the best with your heart, homie. Jake, I didn't do that. You did. All I did was pass along information. Then you ended up pulling the triggers and taking financial responsibility. And I'm very happy for you. Take credit where it's due, man. You did that shit. You did it. I'm happy for you. Absolutely. See, that's the stuff that freaking gets me going is when people turn some mad. People are up a substantial amount of money. That's just a fact. That's factual. People have made a huge, significant amount of money on AMC stock. And that's beautiful. Trey's Hotel still uses AOL. Oh, that's got to be it. I don't see what else it could be. All right. This is probably you're about to get 64-bit. You're about to get 64-bit Trey. It is what it is. All right. Appreciate you, Trey, your positivity for your surgery, too. Thank you, Jill. What do I do for a living? I'm not able to speak on it directly, but I do work for a government-facilitated job. There we go. Looks like it's catching up. Bob Saget. I'm so sick of this. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what happens. Oh! God dang it. N64, baby. I think it's finally caught up. You guys are about to get the premium quality streaming. I'm telling you, this is the sort of stuff that people pay millions for, is this quality of stream. Oh, jeez. Rough. Hell Week's over. Time for a wedgie blanket party. Ooh, I love you, Trey. I love you, Trey's bellhop. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. EH Realty. Hit the like. Should be 24K likes. Bell Biv. Nah, it's not necessary, man. We got 8-bit Trey. Oh, jeez. Well, it looks like this is probably a good place to cut it. I'm sorry for lag. Have to go back to work. And doesn't seem to be getting better. Catch everybody this evening. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I can see that there's obviously issues right now. But I appreciate everybody that's tuned into this freaking live stream. You guys keep hollering on. If you believe in your conviction, you believe in the due diligence, the research, the numbers that you've crunched, you think this is going to do good things, just have some patience, right? I still believe in fundamentally what AMC is going to do for a short squeeze. We just got to wait and see it play out. So patience is your friend. I absolutely still think there's more on the table here. That's what I've got for this live stream. Much love to all and peace.